Hello Wolfcraft community, so I'm just on break from playing games and I'm in my secret base. You may not know exactly where I am, but that's not important. I just thought of something crazy. What if the famous enemy to Wolfcraft Online, the Anti-Furries, go against Wolfcraft Online members? From the animations, how would that play out? Well, I did what I tend to construct a machine that will tell us exactly what would happen in form of a story. So strap in and get some popcorn because this will be a heck of a ride, and if you will please, join my Roblox group and my Discord community that I'm starting, link in the description to both of them, and if you join them and subscribe to my channel, that would be helping me a lot more than you think. Enjoy the video.
You are here to see bunch of our own best members go toe-to-toe with yet the most dangerous members of the furry hate community, so I picked our most dangerous members of my community to go toe-to-toe with them, Wolfen, Wolfie, and Herobrine. Wolfen, a strong warrior, Herobrine, the enemy of the animation. The one who always goes against the team. Wolfie, a strong wolf girl, said to be the undead princess. You can probably see why we picked the best of the best, because we're going toe-to-toe with a legions of powerful Doomguy clothes from that community, so it's only best we dish out the most strongest of punches. So without further ado, here is the story. Wolfcraftian server date and time July 14th, 2022. Everything is doing fine. That's why Wolfen, a strong leader, is sitting in the park with Wolf Girl 27 relaxing on the nearest park bench without a care in the world after Wolfen's last fight. She's very impressed, even compliments him on the win, but then they get a notification on their devices. It's their bosses asking them to come back to the facility. Turns out they're going to be drafted back to war due to the towering numbers of kills the enemy is getting, and the enemy is advancing. Wolfen opens up the email and shares it with her, and they both read it together. Turns out due to the email, their hometown is in danger due to the numbers of armies getting closer to the area, and Wolf Site 33 was overrun already. Wolf Girl 27 already noticing Wolfen's worried face, already realizing what time it is to specify it is time for their training to come in handy. They went to their homes and get their armor and weapons. They get another email, both of them, and they read it, giving them more intelligence on the army's advances. Both get back together and get ready to go out on that fight, and he promises that if they win, he will stop playing hard to get. Wolfie replied,
"Consider a platoon of soldiers dead already."
While army soldiers are getting slaughtered left and right due to the high number of people in the other team and are already advancing into the city, but before they could do that, a nearby gang tries to stop them. All we can say is in the next moment that whole area was a quick bloodbath. The armies keep marching, barely even phased by the attack, most of the weapons they own filled with blood all over it, while a little ways away Wolfen and his army of werewolves is already immobilizing. Wolfie says too,
"I don't think this battle should be bad at all. In fact, I faced this type of enemies once before, but in a small group, and defeated them single-handedly."
and Wolfen replies,
And when did this supposedly happen?
"Last Tuesday." "Why?"
No reason at all.
even though he knew that was a bold-faced lie. Wolfie only heard about them this morning, and everyone knows for a fact that she is always saying she's the best when she's not the strongest. They was talking until a news report on a screen pops up saying that nearby bombs have been going off and armies have been reaching the area, and is asking for the heroes of Wolfcraft's help. Meanwhile, as they start advancing towards the enemies they have to face, the enemies are having a great old time slaughtering innocent furries as everyone was running and screaming for help. The Wolfcraft community finally gets up of its feet as the community leaders and warriors come out to fight. Both sides lose devastating numbers. Several buildings already have been bombed down, but it doesn't stop the community from getting to the enemy. While amongst the chaos, Wolfen and Wolfie both attack members of the hate community side by side like normal gaming friends would do, while some soldiers are cowering in fear, thinking who sent these monsters that call themselves anti-furries. Were they with the undead leaders, or even with the famous zoophilia communities, or something they didn't know about yet? Whatever the case, these warriors seemed impossible to kill. The armies both start losing many members in the battle, and it's getting more weak and weak for the Wolfcraft community as the Wolfcraft community leaders are forced to retrieve. They go straight to the Wolfcraftian facility Site-01 as the armies tread into the territory. The surviving two members go on a rampage as they know it's the last chance to survive attack and hold them down as reinforcements arrive. So Wolfen and Wolfie both get their god gear and get ready for a devastating battle in the making. Heads of the anti-furry group members start getting chopped off at incredible speeds. Beat you, the strong forces of Wolfen and Wolfie's power combined. They really are a strong one. They all attack them at once, but with a couple of blasts and magic building weapons, both of them manage to cut down armies of the anti-furry group. Then next thing you know, in the distance, the leaders of the anti-furry group come outside into the battlefield and says,
"Finally I get a real battle, finally furries can match my power. And I get the pleasure of killing you guys, all to me, what a pleasure."
and then goes at them with devastating force. They attack the last person, but get tossed back with devastating force. They both try to get up and come to their senses, and now they realize they're on a different playing field. As the furry header as the guy charged forward, they both split up, covering both the back and the front of this warrior. They find to be very strong. The header is like good tactics, say to himself in his head. This was promising. But with a quick and brutal kick to the chest, Wolfern is out of commission, giving him dumbfounded. Wolf is surprised, but when she brings out the most powerful weapon, then the furry header is scared. But it was already too late. As she brings the weapon down on him, it's already punched into shatters, leaving her dumbfounded. She was tossed alongside Wolfern, and as Wolfern is trying to get up, give her a blade out of his offhand that should end the fight. Wolfern and her attack at the most powerful speed. They can run as the leader is on his knees ready to see his end. Wolfern says,
Need a second to think about your actions, ha ha ha. It is so funny how the one that hurt our community so much, I can see the leader on his what a treasure.
and they end the fight with a devastating, unfamily-friendly chop to the head.
I'm gonna set your place on fire. Let's get higher.